Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my bullet journal setup for the month of October. Can't believe September is already gone, but I'm so excited for fall. I like to use the bullet journal system for my planner because you get to be as creative as you want with something that you use every single day. So I love being able to have the freedom to do whatever I want in here, but also make it practical and make it work for me. So as you can see on my cover page, I decided to go with obviously the fall theme and drawing some pumpkins. I got inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest of some patterned pumpkins. So I decided to do that, and I'm using the Crayola Super Tips markers for this, and all the other materials that I'm using I will leave in the description. And then I'm adding some acorns and some pine cones and other things that are just fall awesomeness. The journal that I use is one of the Molskine soft cover ones. I will say for this journal, you kind of have to be careful with the markers that you use. Even the super tips kind of bleed through a little bit if you use it too hard or with too much pressure, or go over the same areas with the markers, so you have to be careful. But it does really well with the Micron pens that I use to outline and write with. Then I'm just putting a little mini calendar overview on this cover page. And then I'm doing some brush lettering for the month of October, which I've been really trying to practice my brush lettering, and so bullet journaling has been really good at giving me practice for that. On this page over here next to the cover page, I decided to put a little quote that I saw. It says, "I still fall for you every day." So all of my friends out there who like puns, this one's for you. And I'm doing a cool little gradient on the word fall. I got a new set of these Pigma brush pens that I've used in this month's spread, and I've really been liking them actually. There's 3 different sizes in the set. For this next spread, typically we'll do like a month in a glance. I decided to change it up just a little bit and split it up into just some important dates and other things, and then break it up into kind of like a weekly overview. I used the Copic markers as a drop shadow for these boxes, and then I realized, looking back on the other page, you can see here it actually bleeds through really badly. So I don't recommend using the Copic ones, even though those markers are so nice, but I don't recommend using those in the Moleskine journals because it does bleed through quite a bit. So in this spread, I've got important dates that I'm going to list out for the month, and I'll highlight the numbers in a little mini calendar up at the top, and then I'll also have a box for any running to-do lists and tasks, and a cute little pumpkin and leaf drawings for the corners to kind of tie in the theme. This next page is that weekly overview that I was talking about, so I've decided to split it up into 4 different weeks. I didn't include the very last technical week of October because most of the days are November of that week. So I decided to leave that off and include it in the month of November. So my weeks, typically I like to segment them off starting on Monday because it just works better for my brain that way. So I've listed the weeks on here as well as the day of the week, and this will be just a good place for me to write out any things that come up or that will be coming up for the next weeks, because I found that it was annoying to have to do a weekly spread every single time, and I didn't want to sit down and do that. I'd rather have a place where I would be able to list all of that out and then be able to refer back to it for my dailies. This next page is for my goals of the month. I decided to separate out my goals based on different areas in my life. So each icon is representing one of those areas that I would like to make changes in, or just certain goals that I'd like to focus on for that area this month. You'll see on the next page where my habit tracker is that I will also use that there to be able to track what I've been doing towards progress for each of these areas. For my habit tracker, I'm listing down all of the days vertically, and then I have my habits that I'm wanting to track going up from the top. I've noticed the habit trackers have been really good for me to keep myself accountable to actually doing the things that I want to do. And this is what I was talking about with the little icons. I'm drawing each one in their own little line so I can see where I've been making more progress and what areas may need some more work. And at the very end, I included a mood tracker, which I haven't really done before, but I'm curious to see how that works out for me, if I'd like it or not. So this next spread is for making myself a little bit more dedicated to my health and fitness. So this will be my log for my food and my exercises that I do for this month. I am getting married next month, so I'm trying to amp up the fitness a little bit. The large title at the top is kind of a play on our wedding hashtag, which is closer together. And so my fiance and I have been having this little joke about working out and being fit, and we've made a hashtag for that too, as lean closer. So I thought it was fitting. So for the food log, I have split it up into 3 sections for the morning, midday, and the evening. And then for the exercise log, I have what and when I do it, as well as whenever I decide to do any weigh-ins, I could record those as well. And then I have going down the side the days. And again, I used that Copic marker again just because I really like this light gray, but of course it bled through to the other side, which makes me super sad because I love these Copic markers. Which honestly, it's not too big of a deal because this next page is an expense tracker. So you can kind of see the lines that came through from the other side, which kind of helps out actually because I need that for this tracker anyway. So this month I also would like to track some of my expenses and just make sure that I don't spend too much unnecessarily, just because all of our funds and all that stuff is kind of more so going towards the wedding. So this is kind of another one of those little accountability things so that I can keep an eye on what I'm doing and what I'm spending. And then this next page is a whole page dedicated to wedding to-dos and tasks that we have left till the big day. So this will be just a dump of any tasks that we have left to do. These next 2 pages are geared more towards actual journaling. This first one is an affirmations page. I've kind of been realizing how important it is to speak truth over my life and whatever I'm dealing with at the time or going through, to have something that's really, stuck out to me or been meaning a lot. I can write that on that page and look back at it every so often. I really like this little drop shadow thing that I did with the Micron pen on the side of the brush pen. I thought it made it look really cool and it popped out. And this next page is a 1 line a day where I will each day write out a thought or something that I was just thinking about and journal it on that day. So it would be really cool to go back and just review and reflect on the month. And that is it. So this is the final flip through. I really enjoyed this look. I didn't add too many decorations, but I did include kind of the same icons and theme throughout the month, so everything looks pretty close. I did include a little bit more trackers this time. We'll see how well I do in keeping that up, but it makes me actually do some of those things a bit more because I have somewhere that I'm actually writing all that stuff down. Maybe next month I'll do a flip through of this past month and see how everything went. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it at least a little bit enjoyable or inspired you to also be a little bit more creative with your daily planning. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. There will be other videos coming up in the future, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!